Once again, is Mshamba Marekani. Welcome to All Topics Considered podcast. No matter how USA election concludes, America is now a different country. Nearly half of the voters have seen Trump in his worst, his disastrous and lethal policies, contempt for democracy in all its forms, and they decided that they wanted more of it. His voters can no longer hide behind excuses about the corruption of Hillary Clinton or their willingness to take a chance on an unproven political novice. They cannot feign ignorance about how Trump would rule. They know and they have embraced him. Sadly, the voters who said in 2016 that they chose Trump because they thought he was just like them turned out to be right. Now, by picking him again, those voters have showed that they are just like him, angry, spoiled, racially resentful, aggrieved, and willing to die rather than ever admit that they were wrong. I had hoped that at least that people who once insisted on the importance of presidential character would vote for basic decency after living under the most indecent president in American history. It's clear now that far too many of Trump's voters don't care about policy, decency, or saving the American democracy. They care more about power, the politics of cultural resentment. The obsessions of white anxiety are so intense that his voters were determined not only to preserve minority rule, but to leave a dangerous sociopath in the Oval Office. Even the candidacy of a man who was both a political centrist could not overcome this silent commitment to authoritarianism. The Republicans will now conclude that just a bit more overt racism will carry the day the next time. They will see the exit polls that call for a strong national leader. They will replace the childish and whiny Trump with someone who projects even more authoritarian determination. They will latch on to the charge that democracy is a rigged game, and they will openly despise its rules even more than Trump has. The Democrats, for their part, might look at this near-death experience, and as they sometimes have in the past, conclude that moving left, including more talk of socialism and more social justice activism, is just the tonic they'll need to shore up their coalition. For a Biden win, we will have a second chance to keep our democracy intact.